Hey, it's me, GV, which a lot of things have changed since the last time we've recorded Baldur's Gate 3 or streamed it. This was streamed up until this point. Whoop! Controller fell on the ground. But yeah, named the channel GV because, as I said, it's just kind of weird having it be called anything that's not GV related. It's so weird calling myself something that's not GV. You know what I mean? I want to avoid old habits of like, oh, I'll call myself this and this and this on all these different channels. Ultimately, I am who I am, and I'm GV, at least on YouTube. And yeah, so I renamed the channel to GV. And also, I'm taking a break from streaming until Maverick's 2025 starts, which will be yeah, July 1st all the way through the 31st this year. Oh, that's right. Okay, so the whole bunch of stuff is happening right off the bat here. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to be taking a break from streaming. So I wanted to record some Baldur's Gate 3 so that y'all patrons could watch this while I go on vacation soon and then come back and then do Mavericks. And I need to take a break from streaming because we were streaming this entire playthrough up until this point, mainly just because streaming and me have had a tumultuous relationship my entire life, ever since I started streaming way back in the day. I won't get into it because it's boring and who cares, but ultimately, streaming is difficult for me. It's not as easy as recording, which feels like way better of a fit most of the time. So I'm going to be taking a break from streaming. We streamed this entire playthrough thus far, like 30 streams. This will be 31, but I'm going to record probably 1 to 2 episodes before I leave, ideally longer, so that you can watch them. And we're not just waiting for a new episode. So, yeah, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this for the very first time, I mean, obviously you should go into the playlist and check that out, by the way. I should mention, yeah, all of these will be in one playlist. So it'll be all the 30 live streamed episodes, and then this one, which will be 31, which will be recorded. So we are playing as ya boy Thier, level 10 Warlock, the Great Old One subclass is what that is, right? Mephistopheles Tiefling Charlatan, which I guess is his background. We've got Shadowheart, we got Lae'zel, we got Karlach, and yeah, we're basically at the end of Act 2 as far as I can tell. And I guess we'll kind of wrap everything up as we go through it, but for now, let's just continue. Let's get into it. So we defeated Ketheric Thorm, who, oh, okay.
Aelin. Isabel. My love. You were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo.
I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead.
His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right?
I will be. And you?
In this moment, I want for nothing.
Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is...
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later?
It's a little crowded already. Yeah, we knew Isabel was Ketheric's daughter. That was said in a lot of different areas. You'd be most welcome.
We look forward to it.
You there, Sharon. By the fires of your camp's hearth, we will discuss all we must.
I'll be ready. Whatever you have to say had better be worth your life.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
Alright, she's just gonna go done say it. She's gonna diddly done say it. Alright, so yeah, I wanted to basically recap, because I don't know if anyone's gonna watch this and not watch, like, the streams. Because not everybody likes streams, which I totally get. So, yeah, I kind of wanted to recap. I guess we'll just rip the Band-Aid off and do that now. Basically, yeah, in Baldur's Gate 3, you start off as, you're on a nautiloid ship from the Mind Flayers. The Mind Flayers have the ship. They basically put a little tadpole into your brain, and then you get rescued by Githyanki's riding red dragons wielding silver swords. They basically break into the nautiloid because the Illithids are their, like, ultimate enemy. Kind of like badgers and snakes or whatever. So then you fall to the ground, you're saved magically, and you learn that, yeah, you need to get this thing cured out of your head because there's a little tadpole in your head. There's like a dream guardian kind of watching over you who wants you to do certain things, and basically you go through Act 1 kind of, you know, understanding what's happening while also looking into getting cured. You realize there's a cult of the Absolute, which was situated down here in Moonrise Towers. They basically have been taking people and kidnapping them and then putting Mind Flayer tadpoles into their brain. And so then we come into here in Act 2, the Shadow Curse lands, and we learn that Ketheric Thorm needs to be stopped. We eventually stop Ketheric Thorm, and we realize their ultimate plan was to pretty much kidnap the mother brain of the Illithids, which I guess is, you know, Mind Flayer lore. And, yeah, they wanted to, like, there's basically gods, the three, like, bad gods. Miracle, which is like the god of the dead, and Bane, which is the god of like violence or something, and then forgetting the last one. Three like bad gods, and they have three chosen among them, and they basically wanted to steal the mother brain of the Illithids, which is a crazy ballsy plan, and then use it to basically take over the world, I guess, pretty much. So we stopped the first one, Ketheric Thorm, who is voiced by J.K. Simmons, who's Omni-Man and Invincible. And then, yeah, we fought him as an empowered, like, acolyte of Miracle, the god of, like, bones or whatever. So we defeated him, and it seems like we're very close to the end of Act 2. So we should be moving on to Act 3 at some point soon here, which is the final act, as far as I can tell. So basically, we just need to talk to pretty much everybody now, because we, yeah, at the very end of the last stream, we killed Ketheric Thorm. So let's talk to everybody. We've got Matisse.
Why, yes. Once Alfira is done with this song, we will be looking for patrons. All coppers welcome, pal.
Oh, that's right. So, yeah, we're also looking for Mole, who is a tiefling child, and we found Mole's eye patch.
So? It's just Mole's eye patch. She's lost loads of them. That doesn't mean anything. Did you want something, or are you just here to stir?
Okay. Mole's dead? I mean, hopefully not, because that's an actual quest to find her. I think she's female. I just thought Mole would be here with the rest of you.
No. But she'll turn up at some point. That's just how Mole is.
Okay. That's not very satisfying. Got Umi.
The eye patch means nothing.
Miss Alfira wants to write us a song about you fighting Ketheric. But I missed Mole.
I found Mole's eye patch.
What? Where is she?
I don't know. I found this in Ketheric's lair.
Does that mean Ketheric's got her? Oh no! No, Mole!
I don't think so. Like, I think we're still supposed to be able to find her somewhere. That's just a lead, I suppose. We got Ide, another tiefling child.
Alfira's writing us a song. A stupid song won't bring Mole back. Tell her, won't you?
I found Mole's eye patch.
This is Mole's. Where did you find it?
Somewhere unpleasant, but I didn't see Mole. She's probably safe somewhere.
Of course she is. You hang on to that. I bet Mole will be angry at you for touching her stuff.
Okay. So yeah, nothing there as far as finding Mole. We've got Alfira, the tiefling bard, basically.
You're here. Good. That's good.
I was expecting a little more enthusiasm.
Sorry, I'm just worried about the kids. Mole is still missing, and they haven't taken it too well. I've been trying to cheer them up. We're writing a song together. But I think they're just humoring me.
I'm sure they appreciate it.
Maybe. I'd love to put on a show just for them. But it's boring if I'm the only one playing. I need another bard. Maybe I'll find one in the city. Until then, the kids and I shall work on our masterpiece.
I mean, we've been able to help you in the past, haven't we? I'm surprised we were not able to help her out there. Wait, who's that? Shadowheart. She's in my party. Okay, and then who do we got over here at Ceres?
Back in last light, I was racking my brains. How the hells do we get past the curse? And then a blinding light cuts through the darkness like a blade through butter. All thanks to you, I hear. Didn't think we'd make it without the old Hell Rider to lead us. But you did a damn fine job.
Yeah, and there she's referring to Zevlor, who we thought betrayed them, but in reality I think he was just basically mind-controlled by the Mind Flayers. Wouldn't be so... Yeah, there we go. Oh my god, there's so many dialogue options here. I freed Zevlor down in the colony. I wouldn't be so quick to write him off as dead.
I would. He didn't have any fight left in him.
I'm still, like, kind of unsure what happened with Zevlor. He wouldn't follow me into battle, let it lie. He went his own way. I don't think he could face me or all of you. I mean, he didn't really, like, abandon everybody. That's just kind of what we thought. But I think he more got mind-controlled, which is, like, I mean, you know, if you don't have, like, some sort of ring or something, like, how do you not? I guess we'll let it lie.
I looked up to him. We all did. But he let us down when we needed him most. There are less mouths to feed, but we still need supplies for the road. We'll scavenge what we can. Hopefully, we'll see you again in the city.
Okay, well, yeah, like I said, I mean, it's kind of weird. Flaming Fist, which is just a Baldur's Gate guard, I guess.
Helm's blessings upon you.
And also upon you, my friend. And also upon you. Okay, not sure. Yeah, because I think we were warped here immediately after killing ya boy Ketherick, so I'm not really sure if we miss anybody. But this game honestly has 50 billion people to talk to all the time, which I like, but also to keep a playthrough moving. You know, we're just gonna... like, normally, I would scour every square inch, but I think we'll just talk to who we can basically see. So, Jaheira is very important. High Harper of Baldur's Gate, apparently a previous Baldur's Gate 1 or 2, I think both, character.
Our enemies spread like rub rot. Treat one patch, and two more bloom in its place. An elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the Dead Three holding the chain. Reminds me of old times.
Which I don't know anything about, because I really don't know anything about Baldur's Gate 1 or 2. Ooh. You've tangled with the Dead Three before, and the Dead Three are the three gods. Bane, is it Baal? Yeah, Baal, B-H-A-A-L, right? Baal, Bane, and Myrkul. And we killed Myrkul's acolyte, which was basically an empowered Ketherick Thor. You've tangled with the Dead Three before.
Extensively. Mind flayers, too. But I never dreamed of seeing gods and the Lithids working in consort. It is most disturbing. But take courage. We have killed a man who could not die, and stripped the Absolute's army of its general. You have a nether stone. And you're on the scent of 2 more. These chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them.
Oh, she wants to join up. Well, I mean, yeah, she is good, but I just don't... Honestly, our party would be more rounded out if we had Jaheira as opposed to Karlach, for instance, but... I don't know. Based on everything everyone had said during the streams, it seems like... none of these companions are going to be fully fleshed out, whereas these other companions we have do have full stories that I do want to see. Oh, I thought that said go away. I'll be glad to have you by my side.
Glad to be there. Falling foul of Ketheric convinced me that my grand adventures were behind me. That even if I survived, I should hang up my blades. But you convinced me otherwise. We ventured into darkness together. Now we've come out the other side. I'd say I'm feeling a little refreshed. When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths to tread. I will follow you wherever they lead.
Cool. I don't think I'm going to use you, but I'd like your insight. I'll see you at camp.
How does it compare to a shadow-cursed inn? With the Absolute's army gone, the Risen Road should be clear. We can follow it all the way to Baldur's Gate. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthalan's Dancing Axe. We do well to check in with them before entering the city proper. Beyond that, our course is yours to set. Find me at your camp, huh? I can remember how to take orders, as well as give them.
I think I'm forgetting something. Because, yeah, basically, the Mother Brain came up, the Nautiloid ships came out, and then there's 2 more chosen. Gortash and... forgetting the other lady's name. I'm also going to move my webcam down because I didn't want to block anything. We're blocking the map there. I'm forgetting the lady's name. There's like a blood... Okay, so Gortash is the worshiper of Baal, I think, and then the lady is the worshiper of Bane, and she's just basically like blood obsessed and murder obsessed, where he's more like a machination type guy. So anyways, my point is, I don't remember where they went. I thought they were trying to take over Baldur's Gate, but they must have went somewhere else, because she's saying we should be able to go into Baldur's Gate. But if they were marching on Baldur's Gate right now, that would obviously be a huge problem. So I'm not sure where they went, but that's their ultimate goal, is to take down Baldur's Gate. So I'm a little curious as to what's happening there. Also, ya boy ain't no sunshine.
A curse lifted. The dead 3 allied once more. The balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do Illithids possess souls?
I thought they were a hive mind sort of thing, but we did talk to that one dude that was a nice Illithid mind flayer, so maybe. These abominations are soulless. Don't all living things?
I admit I haven't thought about it.
Thou shalt think about it now, and I shall give the answer. Mind flayers are soulless. Yet, the 3 amass an Illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, he's saying, why make an army of soulless people when you need souls for, I guess, what Gortash and the other lady are trying to do? I don't know. I don't know enough about mind flayers, to be honest with you.
I'm surprised to see you. Why are you here?
Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold.
Yeah, I've always really liked Withers. He's a very cool, I wonder what you would call this trope. Like a character that kind of knows more than he lets on, but also, you know, is sort of like a force of nature as opposed to some sort of god or something.
Speak plainly. Isn't there more you can tell me?
No.
Fair enough.
You seem to know a lot about the
Dead Three. And again, the Dead Three are the three gods. Merkel, Bane, and Baal, I do believe.
Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness. Baal, Lord of Murder. Merkel, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished as one and as three. The alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder.
So I got it mixed up. Bane is the god of darkness. Baal is the god of murder. This is what he said, right? So the lady would be the Baal lady. I'm forgetting her name, but she's all red and bloody.
Okay, goodbye, Withers.
All right, and then we've got Minthara, which is interesting that she's sitting on Kethric's throne here. Minthara is a weird kind of side companion. I mean, I guess she's a full companion, but we did rescue her. She's kind of like the evil outcast companion. But like I said, we did rescue her, so I don't know what she says now. I'm assuming she's going to want to join with us.
I will never tire of sitting on dead men's thrones.
Fair enough.
It suits you.
Power always has. But I shall not get too comfortable here. We must be free if we are to rule. And to be free, we must destroy this cult. And Ketheric's co-conspirators along with it. I know one of them, all too well. Baal's bloodletter, Orin. To think, I thought her to be speaking for the Absolute. I worshipped that woman.
Yeah, okay, so Orin, that's who I was talking about. An old flame, interesting.
An old flame.
Jealous? You needn't be. When Orin is in my hands, her agony will nourish me. She is the Iblis who indoctrinated me with the Absolute's lies.
So they were confirmed romantically involved, which is surprising.
What can you tell me about Orin?
She is fierce, vicious, and cruel. In those respects, we are alike. But she is dangerously unpredictable. If there is a way to turn this design towards slaughter, rather than control, she will take it. She is the one who brought me to Moonrise, and into the presence of her so-called god. The Absolute. Now I know that those memories are lies. There was no god. Orin held me down in a cocoon of flesh, while a mind flayer forced a parasite into my brain. And she laughed at my fear. I will find her. I will murder her. And I will smile.
Great line delivery and great line there. Then I will smile. I like that a lot. I don't think Tyr wants to be the leader of a cult. I think Tyr, at his core, man, he just wants to be a powerful warlock. He just wants power. He doesn't really want the responsibility or, you know, I don't think he would want to be the leader of a cult. Will be heroes.
Is vengeance the limit of your ambitions?
There is no limit to my ambitions. I will enjoy killing Orin, but unlike her, I do not kill for pleasure alone. I kill to gain advantage, and we have the chance to seize the greatest advantage of all. Surely you see it. In killing Ketheric, we fractured the cult's leadership. When we break the other chosen and claim their netherstones, we can take control.
I get why you would like that, but it's not really my thing. What would we do with that power?
The power of the enslaved Elder Brain could reshape the world. We could reshape the world.
It's gonna be glorious. I fear we would lose everything.
The future you propose is shaped by violence. I'd prefer to find another way.
There is violence in your future regardless. With me, you can at least be sure the violence will lead to glory. You are not stupid. When we reach Baldur's Gate and face the other Chosen, you will see that my way is the right one.
I don't think so. If you go to Baldur's Gate, you're going alone. Maybe I'll change your mind.
The Elder Brain is the only thing that has ever managed to change my mind. You're welcome to try. We are bound, then, to travel together, even if we do not yet agree on our ultimate purpose. There is yet one thing about you that troubles me, though. Something I need you to explain.
You chose to incapacitate me rather than killing me when you eradicated my minions. Why?
So, God, the attention to detail with every little thing, because, like, most people would probably just end up killing her, you know? But I knew because chat mentioned that we could get her on our team. You might be a worthy ally. Suspicious.
I thought that if I could free you from the Absolute's control, you might be a worthy ally.
So might any other true soul. And yet Gut and Ragslin do not stand with us under your protection. Sparing an enemy's life is a great risk. Even though I owe my life to the part of you that showed me mercy, it concerns me. If Ketherick had ordered me to slay you to prove my worth, I would have. Or died trying. I should not lose myself in these thoughts of what might have been. I live. And I am grateful. I do have one more question, though, before we continue.
Why come to Moonrise, where the cult's power is strongest? Why not walk away?
Too much on the line, basically. Best chance to learn more about the tadpole, yeah. Revenge, yeah. The cult are a threat to the world. Walking away wouldn't have helped. While the tadpole lives, I can't be free. Looking for more people to kill. I would say, like, Thyr's not, like, a complete do-good or anything, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, the cult is just gonna make the world worse for everybody.
The cult are a threat to the world. I aim to eradicate them.
Drought, famine, and warfare are threats to the world as well. Do you intend to eradicate them? The cult are a threat to you. That is what matters. Now, I am ready to leave this damned place whenever you give the word. The city awaits.
There's no space for me. I suggest you make one.
No, I'm good. Sorry.
Meet me at camp.
Yeah, oh, she's just running off. Yeah, Minthar's an interesting character. Not, you know, if I was playing like a more evil-aligned playthrough, definitely would consider using her. But in this playthrough and in most playthroughs, I would imagine, it's just, yeah, her ideologies definitely differ with my ideologies. So, not really gonna work out. Flaming Fist.
My mom lives in the lower city. If those freaks hurt her, I'll turn them inside out.
Yeah, are they just gonna be at Baldur's Gate? I'm confused, because, like, I really expected we'd be able to, like, visit shops and stuff in Baldur's Gate 3 and Act 3, but it sounds like you might just have to, you know, you might just have to fight your way through. We'll see. I don't know. Art Culla? Who is this?
When Duke Elton formed the Flaming Fist, he sought out people of courage and honor to fill its ranks. You saved Daniel, lifted the curse, and killed an immortal. It's safe to say you'd have been recruited in an instant.
This was the guy that was like dreaming about. Thaniel, who's connected with the Shadow Curse lands. We needed to basically cure the Shadow Curse lands by using him and his like weird twin brother, which I forget exactly what was going on. The Cursed Child from like Harry Potter or whatever, basically. Kind of. I don't really know what the Cursed Child's about at all.
I grew up hearing stories of Duke Elton. I'm curious about what he was like.
Gruff and intimidating. But he had the courage of 10 men, and the love for Baldur's Gate few could match. I don't know if this Duke Ravengard is the same, but I will say this. The Flaming Fist are the cornerstone of the city, and the Dukes are its foundation. I hope you can save him, for the good of Baldur's Gate.
Me too, but I don't know where he is. Oh, we can recruit this guy too?
Come with me. I could use a flaming fist by my side. I'm assuming he's gonna decline because, like, this seems like a lot of people you can recruit.
Thank you. But look at me. I am a relic. A glimpse of history barely strong enough to stand on his own 2 feet. Besides, Nathaniel should have someone here when he wakes up. It's the least I can do.
Fair enough.
Then I wish you luck. Thanks for your help.
You too, my friend. Thank you. From Nathaniel and I.
Damn, Daniel. Okay, so, yeah, didn't think Dame Aelin, Sword of the Moon Maiden, this was a, what is she? She's a, Aasimar. Didn't think she would be romantically involved with Kethric's daughter, Isabel, which is basically the whole reason he turned evil, because he wanted to save her, right?
Begone. I must admire Isabel's fulsome beauty away from prying eyes.
Sorry.
That's genuinely really funny. I like that dynamic a lot. Okay, yeah, I didn't think they would be romantically involved. That was a... I think I literally just said this, but that was a surprise. Flaming Fist, no name.
You'd make a fine fist.
Thanks so much. I can make a fine fist, too, by the way. All right, let's go out here. This person's a merchant. I think we more or less did all of our inventory management, I do believe. Who's walking around in here? Why are they green? Harper Nasa? They're green, and I don't know why that is. Maybe she's just an ally?
Ketheric's done, but that army's already on the move. This isn't done yet.
Right, are they just straight up going to Baldur's Gate? Because, like, yeah, I wasn't envisioning that for Act 3. I mean, definitely near the end. But I didn't expect there to be just, like, a whole army at Baldur's Gate, basically. Nimble?
Moonrise has been cleansed. Baldur's Gate is next.
Yep, and then we've got Nichols.
Blissful silence. The stone's at peace.
I'm assuming he's talking about the stone as in Moonrise Towers. Barkus Root, our old friend.
There you are. I was wondering where the devil you'd been.
I was preoccupied defeating Ketheric Thorn.
Who? Oh, right. Well, forget about that, McGungus. We have more important things to worry about. Like Wulbrin.
If I have to hear the name Wulbrin one more time...
You'll what? Tie me to a windmill? Enslave me in the Underdark? Smack me upside the head? I assure you, circumstance has beaten you to it. Ugh. But it doesn't do to remain smackhead. We fall, we moan, and we rise to annoy our enemies once more. Wulbrin and the Iron Hand Gnomes are planning something dreadful in the city. They have rune powder, they have motive. We have to stop them.
Seems we'll have our hands full in Baldur's Gate. Leave it to me, Barkus. Is this just because Wulbrin... Yeah.
Is this just because Wulbrin rejected you?
I'll not deny he wounded me. I cared for Wulbrin. Care for him, really. But he's... well, he's acting like a true idiot. It isn't the first time, and I'm sure it won't be the last. But I won't let him hurt anyone. Or himself.
It seems we'll have our hands full in Baldur's Gate.
With the sword of justice in one hand and the shield of self-righteousness in the other, we most certainly will. To saving the city. And my fool of a friend.
Yeah, I kind of thought that was done, so that's interesting too. We got to stop him from using rune powder. I don't remember what Wulbrin's, like, plan was. But whatever it is, seems like we'll have to stop him. We've got Wulbren Bongle. Oh, he's literally here.
I owe you an apology.
For what?
I saw you as a means to escape. Nothing more. But when the sky lit up, when I followed it here, I knew you were behind it. I apologize for not seeing your true worth, and for being, quite frankly, rude in Last Light.
I can be rude myself sometimes.
Gracious as well as impressive. A fine combination. And that's precisely why I want you by my side in Baldur's Gate. The Iron Hand gnomes are going to save the city. And you can be part of it.
Interesting. So, the other guy, Barkus Root, thinks he's going to destroy the city. Because, yeah, Rune Powder does sound like it's insanely vitriolic. So we can align with this guy maybe and, like, try to use it or just say no. I mean, he probably is going to get himself and other people blown up. We can detect his thoughts. Details, persuasion. Yeah, let's detect his thoughts. Gently pierce the veil of his mind, probing for his true intentions. Okay, so we need an 11 here. 2 to 5 bonus. That'll do it. Dirty 17 over 11.
You see a column of fire that dominates the sky in a blazing inferno. Nothing more.
What? Okay, so he's envisioning a column of fire. That's weird. The details. Now. Okay, we need a 14 here. We got a 10 to 13 bonus, though. That'll do it. Dirty 25.
The plan is what it's always been. To bring the work and innovations of the Iron Hand gnomes to every corner of the realm. Problem is, Baldur's Gate is sick. Once the pinnacle of greatness, it's eating itself alive to save itself from starving. Find me in the city. And once you see what it's become, you'll know that I, and I alone, can stop it.
Yeah, it sounds more like he's radicalized, like he's almost like a terrorist or something, so I don't know about all that. Not sure if we're down for that. Okay, and there's Barkus Root. So is that pretty much everybody? I guess so. Who's this? Matisse? We weren't able to, like, buy anything from Matisse, I don't think. We could also go back to Last Light in case there's anything back over there. Let's head to the merchant here. Quartermaster Tali.
Just tell me what you need.
What up? Let's trade. Okay, so we're going to sell our wares. 1,500 gold, by the way. Not bad. And also, this is not 100% playthrough as much as I want to do literally everything. It's honestly just insanely overwhelming to do that in this game. So, we can look at her stuff, but I think that'll be good.
Lady Light away.
And also you. Alright, so that may be it. Let's go ahead and exit. Looks like we got 2 more characters on the left and right here, or more people over here. Harper Lim.
Long, dark below, but light above. Light at last.
Right. And Harper Anthony.
There'll be plenty of dead to mourn when this is done. But songs to sing too.
Right. And we've got...
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies.
Okay, so the Dream Visitor, who is basically, yeah, guiding us. Again, I still don't trust them. I don't really know what their deal is, and they haven't really said it. I kind of feel like this is one of those situations where I don't trust them the entire time, and then they, you know, prove to be an actual ally, but we just don't know much about the Dream Visitor, to be honest. Jaheira Halzin, I don't need allies, I have you.
I know. That's why I just recruited Jaheira.
Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her harpers, too. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need others.
I will seek more allies in the city.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I'm curious, like, how were they not just going to be attacked by that army? I guess we'll see.
The road to Baldur's Gate is west of the town. If we hurry, we'll arrive before the Absolute's forces.
Maybe Baldur's Gate is able to, like, stave them off.
Gods, I can't wait to be back home.
Okay, who is this little guy down here? Flaming Fist.
We need to get back to the city before those monsters do. Baldur's Gate is my home. I have to protect it.
I have to protect it. Well, we're trying.
Safe return to the city.
Okay, and then this guy, Flaming Fist.
Can't believe there are mine.
All right. So, it sounds like we're literally at the end of Act 2. Also, we have 3 Mind Flayer tadpoles. We can't use any of them. I'm assuming they unlock in Act 3. So, the question is, do we have every single thing done? Let's take a look. Get Gortash's Netherstone, Orin's Netherstone, gather your allies. Embrace your potential, discover the history of Prince Orpheus. So, whenever it's like question marks, it sounds like, yeah, that'll happen later on. So I think this is all, yeah, this is done here. Gotta meet, Kithrak Voss in Baldur's Gate. He's a part of the Githyanki. Rescue the Grand Duke. Taken to Baldur's Gate. Okay, these are in Baldur's Gate. Find Mole.
Better be.
We'll find her on the way to Baldur's Gate. Find the Night Song. See what the wizard in Baldur's Gate wants with her. Lift the Shadow Curse. He must be defeated. I mean, we literally did that. I'm assuming that'll just auto-complete, because we literally did this. Okay, Nautiloid Crash region. Search the cellar. Yeah, we still got the Book of Thay. I'm assuming that'll just have to be unlocked in Act 3. Because I don't know. Daughter of Darkness, our fiery friend. So we should probably talk to all the people at camp just in case. It seems like a lot of this stuff is going to be...
Gods, I can't wait to be back home.
You know, expanded upon in Act 3, but just in case we miss anything, we probably should go back to camp first and talk to everybody. Just to make sure, because some people's quests have definitely changed, like Shadowheart's and Will's, whose dad is the Duke. So let's quickly talk to everybody. This has been a very dialogue-heavy episode so far, but it's Baldur's Gate, man. What are you going to do?
I never saw myself as a banisher of shadows before. I was always more of a lurker-in, historically.
A lurker-in? What does that even mean? Okay, Isabel and her beloved.
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me.
I feel there's a great deal you haven't told me.
Not on purpose. Or not with the intent to deceive. I've been trying to make sense of it all. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight?
Certainly. There's magic in a look.
That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew. She was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black, black, black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped.
Did he shout boo? You'd become the chosen of Miracle.
I didn't know that then. But I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what.
Understandable.
It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
Well, I mean, this camp's pretty much... it's like I don't own this camp, really, so... You're fine to be here. Dame Aelin.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer.
What is it?
Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Myrkul, is dead at last. My mate, Most High. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and return to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One.
Where's the silver light? The moon magic?
Listen to the subtle vibrations of the Moon Maiden thumping within your heart chambers, friend. She works her magic there. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it.
How do you intend to spend your newfound freedom?
I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help.
There's still a great deal about you I don't know.
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Are you really Selûne's daughter?
Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb.
Yeah, I don't know. It almost sounds like she's not, though. Would your mother be willing to aid us in the fight against the dead 3?
Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder.
I almost doubt that she's actually the daughter. Something feels a little off. How did you come to be trapped in the Shadowfell?
Ketheric Thorm, father of my one and only love, enslaver of Dame Aelin. Ketheric Thorm never did trust me, even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel, by her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour. We each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
Amazing performance by this voice actor. Okay, bye. What's up, Fire Elemental? How's it going? We've got Shadowheart, who now has rejected Shar, and should have a scene with Dame Aelin, because it sounds like, yeah, now she might be going to the other side here.
The shadows are losing their grip on these lands. Shar can indeed be thwarted. Comforting to know. You wanted something?
That was quick. Okay, so these we've been through already, but I do want to see...
I think any attempts at comforting... I'm sorry.
Okay, so she just still doesn't want to talk, so I'm assuming that'll happen when we... whoa, what just happened? I'm assuming that'll happen... Huh? That'll happen when we go into Act 3. Okay, so speak with animals as well. We'll see if the owl bear says anything new. The cub.
Very delicious.
Pet the cub.
More.
You like it here, huh?
Nice here. Yes. Fun.
Oh, I didn't mean to even say looks like I'm stuck with you, but he seemed to like it anyways. Lae'zel.
The curse is broken and the shadows are lifting. In time, these lands will heal.
Right, but I hope that quest actually finishes. Because we don't have that quest finished yet. I'm assuming it'll be finished, though. Let's talk to Volo.
Ah, my good... Quite the cozy setup you have.
Quite the cozy setup. We've heard that line so many times. His dialogue has not changed whatsoever. Oh, okay. Will does have something new here, because his father, Duke Ravengard, has been tadpoled, basically, by the mother brain.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun.
Yeah, how is he gonna be? I guess he's powerful by himself, and then the tadpole will help him to do some bad stuff. The Absolute's cult has Ravengard. Where will they take him? What do you know about Goltash and Orin?
Orin? I'd never heard tell of. But Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like.
The Absolute's cult has Ravengard. Where will they take him?
Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist, and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I just got a notification that the disk space is full on my computer, which shouldn't even be the case. I cleaned out everything before I started recording. So hopefully you're able to hear and see everything I'm saying right now, because if this is not able to finish, that's really gonna suck. So I'll be back in just a second, and hopefully everything's all good. Okay, sorry, that was super weird. I just want to make sure we didn't get a lost recording, because that sucks when something's so story-based. Anyway, the Absolute's army's on the march. God forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them. Oh, true. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Mizora said you can say what led to your pact and exile. Oh. Mizora said you can say what led to your pact and exile. It's time I know the whole truth.
Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it?
If my home were under siege, wouldn't give up my soul. The place could burn to cinder. If your home
The place could burn to cinder for all I care.
I could never be so disloyal to Baldur's Gate. I was 17. Father, Older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the Cult of the Dragon made its move.
Save failed religion. Yeah, Cult of the Dragon, from what I understand, is a thing in D&D, right?
What's the Cult of the Dragon? I've never heard of them.
A religion devoted to conjuring the most evil of goddesses, the dragon Tiamat. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened.
Allow Will to share his memory with you.
In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. The first of Tiamat's 5 heads. As the maelstrom howls, Mizora's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city.
You took on 25 cultists on your own. I find that hard to believe.
I had Mizora at my side, and the archdevil Zariel guided our hands that day. I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed.
Yeah, Tiamat's really interesting. I don't know much about it, but I know it's a big thing in D&D, and also in the secret level episode for D&D, which is the first episode of that show. Tiamat plays a big role in that, which was a really cool episode.
Surely Mizora doesn't care about Baldur's Gate. Why would she want to save it?
She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie.
Is that how you lost your eye? In the battle with the Cult of the Dragon?
It is. The one scar I ever bore of it. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her.
What is the lower dark? Also, that's really interesting. Yeah, because sending stones are basically like walkie-talkies of the D&D world. So she put a sending stone in his eye socket. That's pretty metal.
And what about your father, the Grand Duke?
He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizora had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word. Go. So I did.
Genuinely really rough.
It was brave, what you did for the city.
I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right.
Yeah. I agree with that statement.
We'll return to this subject later.
I understand.
You must have been furious about your father, for throwing you out of the city.
No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst. And Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither.
I mean, like, ultimately, what do you do? Because, yeah, the city would have been destroyed had he not taken that power, right?
You're too charitable. If I were you, I'd never have forgiven him.
Resentment is a poison on one's heart. The only way to avoid damage is to pour it out.
Too true. Do you miss your father?
More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
What do you think of the illithid potential the Dream Visitor spoke of?
I think that unknowable powers come with I can't
Okay,
say
this
I'm
we've already
curious,
heard of. We can convince him,
all right.
but we're not gonna
What
do
else is
that.
on your mind?
We're gonna say goodbye. Okay, yeah, that's pretty interesting. I didn't expect Will's story to go there. Although, yeah, that definitely seems like a tragic backstory. Okay, Karlach.
Wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful. No rest for the wicked, huh?
Ain't no rest for the wicked. Oh, here we go.
Tell me more about your relationship with Goltash.
He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just... it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe and he paid me well. Well enough to move into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
Well, he'll most likely be killed by our hands, if it's any consolation.
Soldier?
What up? Goodbye. Okay, we've got Thaniel.
You did it. Ketheric Thorm is no more. The Shadow's grip is broken. Soon, the land shall heal.
My work here is done, I think.
It is. But mine is just beginning again. Soon, this will be a place of sunlight and greenery again. With birdsong, honoring your triumph, nature moves at its own pace and bestows its bounty when it sees fit. Give it time. A reward shall come to you when you need it most.
Interesting. Mr. Housen.
I swear, I can already feel a change in the air. Like the curse itself knows its time is short.
So when will the curse actually be lifted?
I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry, all is at hand. We can depart whenever you're ready.
That guy really just so much sounds like Sir Jorah Mormont's voice actor. Okay, Jaheira.
I would not linger in this land over long. But whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Alrighty. And then we got some peeps over here. Minthara.
I, for one, will miss the Shadow Curse. For all the pain it caused us, it did at least obscure the incessant sun.
You must be glad Kethric's dead.
I take no pleasure in his passing. Whatever faults he may have had, Ketheric was a great leader.
You respected him.
Of course. He ruled Moonrise for centuries. That in itself deserves respect. I believe he was an honorable man, but the gods used him as their plaything. First Shah and her sister, then the three behind the Absolute. I sympathize.
You're surprisingly soft-hearted sometimes.
It is a sharp mind that feels sympathy for one who suffers unnecessarily, not a soft heart. I saw strength in Ketheric that had been diluted by pain, but I will never forgive him for handing me to Orin. For that, I hope Merkel hollows out his bones and lets them be dust.
Yeah, her voice actress is like phenomenal. I love the little characteristics she adds.
When did you first encounter the cult of the Absolute?
A true soul came to my city preaching a message of togetherness, accompanied by 2 novices. Menzoberranzan is not fertile ground for such messages. I killed them and hanged their bodies in my garden.
Yet they recruited you all the same.
Recruited? You could call it that. I intended to wage war on their god and the rest of its presumptive followers. Even as the flesh sagged and sloughed away from their eyeless skulls, their audacity infuriated me. I had to know where they came from. And whoever sent them was counting on my curiosity overcoming my caution.
You followed their path back to Moonrise.
Yes. All it took was a simple act of necromancy, and the corpses told me where I needed to strike. Moonrise Towers.
You waged war against Moonrise.
No. I was prepared for combat, but I intended to strike subtly. As it turned out, to my shame, I was defeated without even drawing my weapon. I came to Moonrise with a retinue of warriors and assassins, the best House Bainray had to offer. I expected a battle, but found a fully laden feast table and a welcome befitting a house matron. Ketheric expected us, expected me, and I fell for his flattery.
Understandable. He gave you the welcome you felt you deserved.
Perhaps I deserved what came after the welcome as well. Ketheric proposed an alliance between Moonrise and Menzoberranzan. I admit I was captivated by him. He invited me to the head of his table as his guest of honor. I was wary, of course. If I had been in his position, the food would have been poisoned. It was not the food I should have been wary of. It was the pale woman at the foot of the table. Orin the Red. We had barely begun to eat when she spoke for the first time. I only caught one word, my name. Then, quick as lightning, she climbed onto the table, a dagger in each hand, and skipped toward me, slicing the throats out of my men as she passed them.
That must have been terrifying.
Few things frighten me. Orin is one of them. Ketheric held me still. His hand on my shoulder, the grip tight enough to crack the bone. When Orin stood before me, she touched the dagger to my eye, drawing out a tear of blood. "I want this one," she said. Ketheric nodded his permission, and I was taken below. You've seen the horrors of the colony. Orin kept me there for days. She forced me to watch as my men were processed. Some for food, others as thralls. And then she placed the tadpole in my eye herself.
Nobody deserves what you went through.
I deserved it. I was passive, weak, proud. You know the rest as well as I do. There were massacres before the Grove. Religious communities, mostly. Those who refused to convert. Then there was you, and now there is freedom. Soon there will be vengeance.
Well, that was some of the darkest dialogue we've heard in the entire playthrough thus far. Jeez Louise. Yeah, I didn't really like Minthara too much before that, and then once you kind of learn what she's been through. I mean, it's one of those weird morality situations, right? Kind of evil, in a certain sense. But, yeah, I don't think anyone deserves what happened to her. Arabella, who gave us our nature powers.
I guess I can take care of myself. I mean, I've gotten this far.
Okay, and then finally, an hour and 20 minutes into this recording, hopefully the last bit of dialogue. It's such a hard thing because it's like I really want to see this and listen to it, and I don't think anybody that, you know, is intently watching this series should miss it. But it sucks because, like, this game is so, you know, freaking detailed with dialogue that it's like, it really does take like 2 hours of recording just to kind of talk to everybody, even though I do want to see like plot progression. So I don't know, it's always such like a rock in a hard place recording a series like this, unless you do specifically like 2 to 3 hour recordings, you know? What up?
I think we've done rather a good thing here. A welcome change to give this land a sliver of hope amongst so much despair.
I'm glad you opened up to me that night under the stars. Do you want to talk about it further?
Please. There is little more to be said on the subject. The best thing you and I can do is march on towards whatever awaits us. The end may be close. Time to reap what we have sown.
Agreed. All right. So, to my knowledge, that is everybody talked to you. Now, obviously, this game is so dense. There has to be something that we have missed. I mean, for sure. But to my knowledge, I mean, at least as far as all the main stuff goes in Act 1 and in Act 2, we should be relatively good. I'm really hoping we're not really missing anything. Also, we're not streaming this currently. So, yeah, the Twitch chat, or the chat had been extremely helpful. So if anybody was a part of that, thank you. But now we obviously don't have that advantage. So hopefully we should be good. It seems like every other main quest we have is something that will develop as we go to Baldur's Gate. So we will go over here, Road to Baldur's Gate.
Lands are free of Shah. I hope I can say the same of myself. Soon enough.
Now, what? Okay, now these lands are free of Shar. Well, yeah, hopefully. They're still very shadowy. All right, so last time...
The Absolute's armies are on the march, and Baldur's Gate is their target.
Yeah, so they're marching to Baldur's Gate, but, like, how are we going to overcome them? And then how are we going to... I guess they'll just be outside of Baldur's Gate. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. To Baldur's Gate. Here we go. You're about to progress your adventure. Once you move on, you may not be able to return. Make sure to tie up any loose ends before advancing. As far as I know, we did. Let's do it. Campsite? Okay. Can we leave camp? I guess we're supposed to long rest. Someone in your camp still wishes to speak with you. Interesting. I don't know who that's supposed to be. Nobody really has like an exclamation mark over their head. Ah, Dame Aelin. Okay.
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past, being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. but I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shah's...
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others. Someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed.
Imagine it just like not... Imagine if you just decline this, open your mind to that sensation.
Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere. Something sparks in your memory. Teachings about Selûnite rites of passage, about how they would abandon their children out in the wilds and force them to find their way home. It seems that one child never came back. She was taken.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
Whoa, we didn't see that coming. Does this mean you're a Selûnite?
I don't know.
Your parents both followed the Moon Maiden. I could sense their faith, even in a brief glimpse of the past.
It is a tragedy that the Moon Maiden's right was perverted by Shah. Your future was stolen from you.
I'll help.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come. But not yet forearmed.
Oh, the Spear of I was like, why? Yeah, why are we just throwing a unique weapon over the edge? But it looks like she's going to change it. The Spear of Night. I thought that was cast into the Shadowfell.
I was able to retrieve it before it sank too far into Shah's umbral domain. Shah is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shah calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shah torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
Item received Saluna's Spear of Night. Interesting. Okay, let's take a look. So I think that went to Thier here, right? Dun, dun, dun. Or maybe not. Let's go to Shadowheart. There it is. Saluna's Spear of Night. This is legendary. 4 to 11 damage. Which is piercing? Yeah, because it's a spear. You gain advantage on wisdom saving throws and perception checks, which would be nice because, my god, we failed so many perception checks this playthrough. Dark vision as well. Moonbeam, which is what we had. No, Moonbeam's different from Sunbeam on the Lathander thing. Moon Moat. And then some class actions. Okay, let's take a look at that. Ability check, dark vision, moonbeam, 3 to 30 damage, 3d10 radiant. Call down a beam of light that damages any creature that enters the beam or starts its turn in the light. You can use an action to move the beam. Interesting. Moon mode. Illuminate the area around you with wisps of moonish light that make movement difficult for your enemies and bolster your allies' damage. At the start of their turn, each hostile creature within the light must succeed a wisdom saving throw, or they must treat the lighted area as DT. Each ally within the light deals an additional 1 to 4 radiant damage. Well, that's super duper flavorful for her. It's also sick as hell. Check that out. Okay, and then this, the Moonlight Glaive, shines, and then weapon enchantment light permanent, and then that Moonlight Butterfly thing. Let's send that to Karlach, because I'm not sure what weapon does Karlach have. The Halberd of Vigilance, which seems to be pretty darn good. So Moonlight Glaive might just be sent back. Yeah, I think we send this to camp. As much as I did like it. Okay. Epic. I think that's it then. Long rest. See when we can get into Act 3 proper. Gotta be close. Okay. Looks like Shadowheart wants to talk to us.
I've been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me.
Whatever you must do, I'll be by your side.
Thank you. But I want you to refrain from foolish heroics. When the time comes, we'll be entering a nest of vipers. I couldn't bear to lose you. Not after everything. We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to.
Then what's that?
You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
Ooh, okay. That might be moving us on to the next stage. I wanted to talk about our relationship.
Of course.
Oh, God. Whoa. I want to end things between us. May I have a kiss?
I thought you'd never ask.
Okay, I think that's the first actual physical contact this entire time. I feel like with Shadowheart, you have to wait a little bit longer, whereas the other romances seem to happen much quicker. How are you?
Not sure what to feel. My parents are alive, and I need to save them. I'm lucky to have you by my side. I don't think I could face what's to come otherwise.
I want to talk about all that's happened to us.
Fine. What's on your mind?
How am I holding up in your estimations?
No notes. You've exceeded my every expectation. Considering all we've been through, I think I was very lucky to find such favorable company. And
Okay, so she said that before. Alrighty, leave camp. Not sure where this even puts us.
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Ketheric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
I wonder if you can actually go back to the Shadowlands, because you could go back to the Nautiloid area, right? But I don't know. They'd have to, like, basically redo everything for the Shadowlands after curing it. So I'm not sure if we're locked into Act 3 here now. I mean, obviously the act, but can you still move around?
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Okay, yeah, I'm so glad I wasn't spoiled about this character at all. I really did not expect this type of character.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
One man and 3 naked women. Worms Lookout. Autosave successful. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, Baldur's Gate. Is it that small? I definitely expected it. Actually, I'm not really sure what I'm looking at. What am I looking at here? Is that Baldur's Gate right there? There's like a castle. But then there's like a fortified wall over there. So I get... Yeah, I'm kind of confused as to what I'm looking at here. I don't really know much about Baldur's Gate. Ironically, in a real-life D&D campaign, we did end it in Baldur's Gate, but we kind of got warped there, so I don't really know much about it. But anyways, yeah, that seems small, but then there's, like, stuff over there and then also over there, so I'm not really sure. I'm assuming it's massive. I don't know. All right, well, we just sleeping? What we doing? We already did a long rest. So are we just long resting? Or are we trying to talk to somebody? Maybe we should talk. Hopefully they don't all have new dialogue, because my god, we literally just took an hour and a half to talk to everybody.
Painful truths have been thrust upon Shadowheart. I believe she is strong enough to endure. But her path will be easier with our support.
Oh my god! Are you kidding? They all... Okay, hopefully... Well, I don't even know if we're in Act 3 right now. Oh my god, it's like an all new dialogue now. Well, I'm gonna be... Man, I don't want to miss it, but like, seriously, this is like 2 hours of dialogue almost, this one episode. Okay. Jaheira... Yeah, I don't want to miss it. Because I feel like it tells us when we're in Act 3, right? Or maybe... If we load a game, does it say Act 3? Playtime, difficulty, doesn't really say what act we're in. I'm gonna assume this dialogue is like not missable because, yeah, no. I feel like if you progress past this point, it's gonna be super easy to miss it. So let's see if Shadowheart says anything new.
Good. I was just starting to miss the sound of your voice.
What up? Relationship. May I have a kiss?
I suppose you've earned it.
Wonder if this has any, like, negative repercussions if you, like, literally do it too much or something. It's such a weird thing to ask. May I have a kiss? I've been a good boy. May I have a kiss, please? Okay. Turn to other matters. We're gonna leave. I guess we'll just go to bed. Someone in camp still wishes to speak with you. The question is who? Ba 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 ba. I don't know who it would be. I really don't. It's not Dame and it's not Isabel. It's not a star. Maybe down over here? Who's this? That's Mr. Withers. In the sunshine when he's gone. Whoa, 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 whoa. Looks like it's Gale. Wasn't expecting Gale, to be honest. What up, Gale?
The Absolute should be a thing of the past, and I with it. Yet, at the risk of angering Mistra further, I'm glad it didn't come to that. Given what has come to light.
What are you talking about?
The Elder Brain. But, more importantly, the crown that it wore. Even without seeing it for myself, I could sense it. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete. And I doubted what I was feeling at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it.
So you're dropping the whole blowing yourself up thing? You think I'll just forget about that?
Likely not. If I've done damage to your opinion of me, then I'm truly sorry. But if this crown amounts to what I suspect it is, then your faith will soon be restored, and then some. It's clear crown and brain are intrinsically connected. Given the pressing urgency of us smiting the latter, understanding the former could make all the difference. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep, Sorcerer's Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can.
Let's just get to Baldur's Gate, first of all.
Indeed. The journey awaits. One foot in front of the other is tried and true, I find. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
Okay. Well, we'll see, buddy. I mean, yeah, we got to get there first. All right, long rest.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes?
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that, so that's right, because, like, anybody with a tadpole can turn into an Illithid, so then Withers says, well, why would they want a bunch of soulless entities? So that is really interesting, and I'm very curious about that. All I want is to be free of this parasite. I'll do whatever is necessary to make that happen. I will succeed where the Chosen will fail. I will dominate the world. No. When the moment comes, I'll do what feels right. I will free everyone of this evil. I will be the hero that saves Baldur's Gate. When the moment comes, I'll do what feels right.
You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gather. The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination. March. Join.
Help me!
You little harborer!
Excuse me? What? Escape to the portal before the Absolute takes control? Her voice command... Sorry, what? So it says escape. My webcam's covering it, but it says escape to the portal before the Absolute takes control. 3 turns remaining. Who are these people? Hi Gishra Giklir. So he's like Githyanki monks, it looks like. I don't know why they're attacking us. We have got her voice commanding. 1 to 6 psychic damage per turn. Affected entity's brain is being tortured at the whim of the Absolute. It receives a -1 penalty to intelligence, wisdom, and charisma abilities and takes 1 to 6 psychic damage at the end of its turn. Well, I mean, with Lae'zel, we should have Misty Step as a bonus action. Misty Step. So we can Misty Step here. And then hopefully be able to just run to the portal. I think that'll work. So there we are. Astral portal use.
Curious.
That thing's about to blow.
I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
Okay, why have we taken damage, by the way? I guess we'll short rest. So, are those intellect devout? What are those? Wait, so they're helping us? What? I have no idea what's going on right now. Oh, is it like the mother... Okay, hold on. So now I'm wondering... I've got a theory here. I'm wondering if the Dream Guardian is actually the Mother Brain and then was trying to get us to help it the whole time. You know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend sort of thing, right? We could defeat the Dead Three maybe with the help of the Mother Brain who's enslaved. I don't know if that's what's happening here, but this is very curious. So, let's jump near this person. And we're going to go for a main hand attack on the Ember Gisra Merik. We'll just do a normal attack, which misses. We'll do another main hand attack. 270% misses in a row. Yep. What else is new? Okay, we're going to jump over here with Karlak. We're going to do Reckless Attack, 91% chance to hit. We hit for 8 plus 1 plus 3. We're going to go for a main hand attack. We hit for 14 plus 4 plus 3. Going to end turn. Why are the Intellect Devourers are on our side? Misses. Jeez Louise, dude. Okay, Eldritch Blast, I think. I mean, we should just be able to knock her into the abyss. Yep. Bye-bye. Okay, we're going to go over here, and we're going to end turn. Then we've got Shadowheart. We'll jump over this way. Okay, with Shadowheart, we will go for... Oh, do we not have a ranged attack? Can't reach destination. We do. Ranged attack. 20% chance to hit. Misses. End turn.
Friend of Gake, you will be cleansed.
Friend of Gake. Okay, she's destroying basically everybody. Can we get over to her? Should be able to with the extra reach of the glaive. All right, reckless attack, 91% chance to hit. Extra attack. Okay. End turn, we've got Lae'zel. Can we jump next to this person here? Invalid target. Maybe like right there. Okay, then we're going to go for a main hand attack. 70% chance to hit. We hit. Main hand attack.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. This is super weird. She's got nothing, by the way. It's not over. Come to the skull. All right, so we're going to jump this way. Yeah, I'm really kicked. Just happened. People just rolled initiative.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Yeah, I'm a-coming. I'm a-coming. I'm going to be so happy if I was right.
Alone.
I'm coming. Hold on. Oh, is it Orpheus? Oh.
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger. The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me.
Okay, what? What the hell? Leave the Githyanki. I mean, the Githyanki definitely seem to be bad in this scenario. I kind of figured it was going to be some sort of twist like this, but I wasn't expecting this. Prove to me that you are who you say.
You saved a child from a viper. Back in the Druid's Grove, you saved the Asima Night Soul from her soul cage. You let me live last time you were here, though it brought Blackith's wrath upon you. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof you need. Now, help me.
Try to read the Mind Flayer's thoughts. DC of 13, super low.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder in its presence like a warg pup learning to walk.
You must be joking. I am telling you my thoughts directly into your head. But if you insist on taking a look for yourself, be my guest.
Nothing in your colorful existence to date could have prepared you for this. As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought. You must do whatever you can to subdue the Githyanki.
Happy? Now, join me. Fight!
All right, so I'm guessing this is Prince Orpheus then, because it looks like a very important Githyanki, and the only one that we haven't really talked to yet is Orpheus. Join the Mind Flayers fight.
Together, we can turn the tide.
Okay, we are Karlak. We gotta just jump all the way over here, I guess. All right, we've got one action. Karlak can move far, but she can't move that far. I guess we just take the dash action then. Dash, and then we can get right up to whoever this is, and I guess we want to get kind of behind them. God, Karlak can move so insanely far. Is this Orpheus? Yep, called it. Okay. So, Orpheus, I just want to examine... Why can't I examine him? Can't examine him. And then there's these crystals here, which we can attack, which is interesting. Okay, entered. Prelate Lyric. Resonating Key. So they're all, yeah, these are all just like monks, basically. I have no idea anything about monks at all. Whoa! Unarmed Strike. Okay, Ember Gishra Mihayayak. Destroys the Intellect Devourer. The Emperor. Mind Flayer Domination, which they get a save for. He says destroy the Honor Guard. Zephyr Gishra Varric jumps. Fist of whatever on the Intellect Devourer who dies. Our turn as Lae'zel. Alright, so let's go for Fainting Attack. 91% chance with advantage. Executioner, so it'll guarantee that this is a crit. Huge hit there. Okay. Gonna go with a main hand attack. Down they go. Now, can we get up to this person? Because we do have an action surge. I guess I'll just run over here. Not gonna action surge. End turn. We're Shadowheart. We probably want to use that moon whatever thing. So how do we use that? Where's that at? Guiding Bolt. Moonbeam. That enters the beam, so how do I aim this? We'll break active concentration for guidance. That's perfectly fine. We're going to moonbeam here. 11 damage, but they get a save. We're going to move up here, and I guess we'll just... No. Where are you going? What the hell? Go over here, and we'll use Mass Healing Word spell slot 5 on our allies. Okay, enter. Claws, which miss. We're now Fear. We're going to go Eldritch Blast. And we don't want to push them out of that, so I'm going to turn off Repelling Blast. Boopity, boopity, boopity. When did we get 3 hits? Was that because we, like, leveled up? I guess so. Luck of the Far Realms. We rolled a 31 to hit, though, and we can crit here. Wait, who... Yeah, sure. We'll just crit. How do you get a critical... Bro, it's like a 70%. Come on, man. I feel like even though we're like so situated to like just hit in an insanely big hit, like the game is just like, nope, you never can do it. Nope, no, can't do it. Nah, can't do it. All right, entered. Karlach. We're gonna move. We're gonna use, yeah, let's Frenzy. Okay, we're gonna go for Reckless Attack. 84% chance to hit. Hit for 12 plus 2 plus 2. Main hand attack. Hit for 10 plus 4 plus 1. End turn. Frightened. Use Stillness of Mind. Whatever that is. Resonating Key for 7 plus 5. Don't know what that was, but okay. Ember, Gishra, use Flames of the Phoenix on Lae'zel. They rolled a 7. This is shoot a bright flame from your fingers that explodes upon contact, torching everything in the vicinity. I'm going to use Indomitable, which uses a new roll. Jesus. Okay. Let's Hellish Rebuke, sure. 14 damage from Hellish Rebuke, not much. Jumps down into the middle of us. The Emperor, Mind Blast for 11 and gets the stun and heals himself for 29. Clench of the North Wind on multiple targets, which is hold person. Looks like it succeeded. Our turn as Shadowheart. Let's go for the Preserve Life. Okay, let's also go for the Mass Healing Word spell slot 4. Okay, end turn. Claws on Prelate for 6 damage. Fear. Prelate Lyric is low HP here. Yeah, let's just do 3 Eldritch Blasts. Okay, down they go. We get a huge chunk of XP as well. We're going to end turn. Karlach is going to Reckless Attack Varric. Critical hit, hell yes. We're going to Main Hand Attack. Okay, we're going to Frenzied Strike. Alright, we're taking them out pretty well. I'm assuming we have to destroy these crystals now. Oh, there's still a guy over here.
I must regain control of the Githyanki Prince.
I wonder what Levitate does, because I don't know what that does. So he wants control over Orpheus. And it looks like we can basically free Orpheus, too. Are we being manipulated? I don't know, man. We could literally just be being master manipulated here. We could save Orpheus. But everything, I don't know. I don't think we have enough information except for the Orpheus tapes or whatever that we saw. So let's go for this guy. Misses a 91% chance to hit. Okay, Lae'zel. Okay. We're going to main hand attack. Misses a 70% chance to hit. Oh my god. Can we chill with this, please? 91%. Yeah. Main hand attack. Misses. Jeez. Come on. Lae'zel, you were doing so well, dude. Can we not do this again, please? You were doing so well for so long. Can I move or will I take a thing? No. So let's go over here. Let's use Guiding Bolt, spell slot 5. 55% chance to hit. Hits for 34.
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene to owe my life to a damned geich. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers.
Okay, the only problem is I don't know if we're being manipulated here.
You were in the prism all this time. Why did you deceive me?
It was necessary. Rare are those that would openly consider a partnership with a mind flayer. Even those who are on a path of becoming one. It's like I said before. I'm just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals, unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed, and they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become.
That Githyanki in the sphere. Who is it?
Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Justil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus, his mother, to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my honor at Prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control.
It's almost like too easy, though. I mean, it's a very interesting twist here. Man, I was not expecting this. This really is kind of completely out of left field. I mean, not like in a bad way, but I'm saying like I really was not expecting anything like this. Was it you or Orpheus that Vlaakith wanted us to kill when she ordered us inside the prison?
Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Vlaakith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive.
I don't understand. The histories claim the prince was burned to ash in the skies.
Your histories are fabrications. The prince was not killed. As you can very well see, he was in prison. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Vlaakith will be finished.
How did Gortash and the other Chosen find out about the astral prison?
A very good question. One that I have been unable to answer. That Orpheus lives at all is ruinous to Vlaakith. She has done everything in her power to keep his existence a secret. That Gortash and the Chosen found out about it. This is impossible to explain. But it was important enough to them that Gortash sent me to retrieve it. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You.
What happens if we free Orpheus?
That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him. And in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion. A pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched Illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Illithid. A sworn enemy, just like me.
The more I talk to you, the less you seem like a mind flayer.
I appreciate that. But this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel. But the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You too should embrace this change.
Okay, he wants me to turn into a mind flayer.
I don't like what you're implying.
Like it or not, our chances of defeating the Elder Brain are substantially improved if you embrace your latent illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you.
Whoa, didn't see this turning into this.
If you can evolve me, why can't you stop ceremorphosis altogether?
The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not?
I mean, honestly, I really don't think Tyr would go for that. It's a very interesting thing. Do you just become an illithid after this? Wow. I don't think Tyr would... I mean, Tyr probably is vain, honestly, and he doesn't want to look like a squid man. Really, it comes down to that. He does want power, but it's like, we're fine. I mean, we're already powerful.
No. No way.
Even as you say the words, you feel a lurch of disappointment. Your mind bristles with illithid potential. How could you be so cruel as to deny yourself what you want most in the world?
I felt that. It's your nature. You cannot fight it. So embrace it. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
Bro, what the... Oh, wow. Okay. Man, I kind of feel like we made the bad decision now. Yeah, I kind of feel like he was persuading us the whole time. Did he literally... Was he the narrator? I was hoping for some of this, like, really, you know, like, mind effery like this. Probe at the tadpole's intentions. DC of 13. That ain't gonna do it. But we do have 4 inspos. That ain't gonna do it either. There we go.
The tadpole screams for growth with painful intensity. It has been starved of life, of purpose. It welcomes your probing like a void waiting to be filled. If you let it, it will evolve you, just as the Emperor said.
No, I won't do it.
DC of 20... Oh my god. Nat 20 on like a... This game is so crazy because it's like, what happened? Like, that's a really hard DC to make. So did they just force you to turn into an illithid? Okay, but we got a nat 20 on, like, the most important thing.
A wave of disappointment, stronger than any you've ever felt. And then... stillness. You've resisted your illithid instincts. For now.
You are not ready yet. Keep hold of it then, until you are. It has enough vitality to further your evolution, and your allies. Perhaps you will be more inclined to try it when you see more of what our enemy can do. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
Astral touched tadpole.
Let's get going.
Man, oh, he's just going with me? Wow. Renegade Illithid. I don't know what to believe, man. Aberration, Mind Flayer. Astral Gravity, which we all have. Well, okay, I really don't know what to believe here because I think Orpheus was led, you know, we were led to believe that Orpheus was kind of cool because he, like, resisted everything. Karlach just dancing there. I almost feel like he was kind of manipulating us there, which would be very cool story-wise because, I mean, that's literally what the Illithids are about, is, like, mind control and whatever. So I almost feel like he was trying to get us to become an Illithid. I don't know what to believe, man. I'm very curious what would happen if you would break Orpheus free, but it said we feel his insane hatred, but that literally could just be a lie. It would be so cool if, like, somehow the narrator was fake and, like, this guy was acting as a narrator, although I don't know how that would make sense outside of our inner monologue, I guess. I don't know, but man, I was not expecting that. I literally expected us just to go to Act 3 and like, okay, you have to save Baldur's Gate. So now I'm like very curious what the hell happens after this. We're gonna end this episode here, ladies and gentlemen. I want to do like at least one more recording before I leave for vacation, but I may not be able to, so just keep in mind if you're watching this, I am very invested in this and I definitely want to keep recording whenever I can. It may just take some time because, again, we got vacation. We've got some, we've got Maverick starting. So when I can, I'll do it. But I also don't want to, like, rush it or just record when I just don't have the time and all that sort of thing. So anyways, just stay tuned. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Shout out to the patrons at patreon.com/Grovana for making this happen. Thank you so much. Check out the Patreon in the description if you want to become a part of the Patreon. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.